Yeah. Hi guys, thanks for bearing with us. I think we've fixed the audio, and I am actually able to hear and see your, not able to hear, I'm able to see your comments. So if you have questions for us, let us know. With that, maybe we can go back to your session and a quick description of what you're going to be speaking about here at Snowflake.
Sure, thanks. Yeah, it's live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my talk on Wednesday morning is going to be about lessons learned building a low latency data warehouse, and emphasis on lessons learned with going through the mistakes that I've made and maybe sharing some nuggets of wisdom on how to avoid making those same mistakes.
Yeah.
But
can we get a preview of one of those mistakes?
Sure. So one of the bigger mistakes we made early on maybe was when I learned about semi-structured data in Snowflake. I did some testing with it. It was a super cool feature, and I was kind of all in on it. And so I started loading all of my data into semi-structured data. And so we've got these big tables all, packed all this data into one JSON column in Snowflake. And it's a super cool feature. You can still query it and do all your work with it. But then when you start throwing an analytical load on top of it, you start to have performance issues. There's data types that don't quite allow Snowflake to use all of its magic metadata behind the scenes stuff when you're using semi-structured data. So it's a super cool feature, but we definitely had to back off from using it for everything, and and we've moved from there. Yeah.
Great. And so when's your session?
Yeah. So first thing Wednesday morning. There's a bunch of parties on Tuesday night, so hopefully, hopefully people don't go a little too hard.
Get up nice and early. Start your day with a nice chat from David.
Yeah, should be good.
Awesome. Are there any sessions that you're really looking forward to here at Snowflake? Or at Snowflake?
A lot of sessions, kind of too many, and a bunch of them overlapping. And then I've got my own talk that I'm thinking about, which is really distracting from me. But yeah, lots of engineering things, lots of new features, Snowpark, and I'm forgetting some of them off the top of my head. But a lot of the keynotes look really cool. Yeah.
And you're also a data superhero, right?
Yeah. So I've been pretty active in the community around Snowflake for a few years now. I got into it mostly just off of answering Stack Overflow questions and forum questions, and then I've started doing a little more stuff like speaking, and so it's been a super cool community for just getting involved and learning more about the tool myself because of it.
Awesome. Have you checked out the new community forums?
Oh yeah, funny enough, I was the first person to post on them.
Oh wow! Did you get a badge for that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I did, but it wasn't on purpose or anything. I just happened to be the first person on it when they released it. Yeah.
Super user. That's awesome. What was the first question? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was actually asking about the differences between the different UIs in Snowflake, the classic UI and the for some reason, the Snowsite UI, and why people are using one or the other, because I'm genuinely curious about people's use cases for that.
Ooh, and what were you hearing about that?
An assortment of, this is why I'm not using the new UI yet, or this is why I am. Things like, I really need something that integrates with Git, and I totally agree that I need a UI that integrates with Git. So Snow UI, the new UI doesn't do everything that I need, but there's also some cool features in it.
Yeah, like the new dashboards and worksheets functionality. Have you been using those at all?
Well, my reason for not being in there is I do a lot of troubleshooting, and I really need access to all my query history, and that's really great in the old UI, and I think that feature is on its way to the new UI, but I'll get there. I'm slowly starting to use it. Yeah.
Awesome, that's great. Classic all the way.
Yeah, for now.
Awesome. So I don't see any questions here yet. So feel free, anybody listening along, if you can hear me, to drop in some questions. But I'll ask you another one.
Sure.
We're in Vegas. What's your favorite part of Vegas?
Well, this is my first time in Vegas, and everything here is gigantic and crazy and over the top and expensive. I mean, the fountains, the shows. It's hard to pick a single favorite thing, but it's been a fun time for sure.
Awesome. Do you have any party that you're looking forward to, or group attendance?
Yeah, a bunch of them. The Superheroes party, I'm kind of most excited. That's like the exclusive group getting together. But there's a good 30 of us. I don't know exactly how many. All getting together for the first time, person to person, face to face. So excited to do that. Yeah.
Awesome. And then is there anything that you would be able to, like a best practices or trick that you'd want to share with the community?
Best practices. Well, one of the recurring themes in my talk for sure is those times when I wasn't following best practices and needing to go back and learn what those best practices are. So I don't know if I have a single one to call out other than, we push on best practices all the time, and it's really helpful to know why those are there. But the semi-structured data story I mentioned is one of those cases. So I don't know if I have a single one to call out.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So I think with that, I don't see any questions coming in. So thank you guys all for joining today. If you're interested in learning more, I definitely check out developers.snowflake.com. It has information about building applications, data science, and a lot more how-to direction for a lot of the things that we talked about today. So thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.